So today we're going to do grammar MCQ, vocab, and synthesis. All right. Let's look at grammar MCQs now. Okay. We are using this thing called connectors. All right. Later we can do a bit more. All right. So we are doing this thing called connectors. What are some connectors that you know of? You want to tell me things that you have studied? And, but, so, right? Because there are quite a number of connectors. Yet, okay. However, I think you know that as, right? So all these you have learned before. Today our focus is on because. Okay, so let's move on. So because, so, as, right? So later we're going to do that. Our teacher dismissed us late. What? We missed the school bus. So anybody, can you chat with me? What's your answer? What do you think? Because this one is a continual action. So if you dismiss late, you miss your school bus, right? So what do you think is the answer here? Okay, somebody chatting. Number one is so deep. Okay, you think? All right, so okay, can. So all right, so I see some answers. Yes, your answer is so because it's an action. Hold on. So it's a continual action. Okay, so it's an action that happens because of this action happened, right? Our teacher dismissed us late. So we missed the bus because you were dismissed late. All right. Okay, I go on to the next one. Claire likes basketball. Her brother likes basketball. What? So what do you think? You want to chat with me? Claire likes basketball. Her brother likes basketball. Can it be so? Can it be either? Can it be as well as? Two. Okay, Shanice. Eldridge also say two. Let's see. Because they are repeated, right? So these are the repeated points, right? Repeated phrases. If one person does one, the other also does one. And therefore, the answer is, wait, yep, I've already written the answers. Yeah, two, correct. Why? Because it's repeated. It's done. This person has done it. This person has done it too. Okay, so they are same action. All right, we move on to your next answer. Mrs. Wong, right? Her son, Mrs. Wong, what her son was playing video games, right? Was is past tense, okay? So you see is past tense. So the moment you see past tense, right, you can consider these two answers. You wait first. So this one we don't want because it's past tense, right? So we don't want this. So now we are left with two, right? So Mrs. Wong, action that happens at the same time. So you see the word while, right? What does the word while means? It means that something that happens, Mrs. Wong does something and the son also does something. So example, right? Mrs. Wong cooked while her son was playing. Very strange, right? If you see that. So your answer, anyway, he said was playing here. You see that? Because of the word was playing here, the answer here cannot be Mrs. Wong cooked while her son was playing video games. You cannot have like that. You must have must be consistent. If you say this is was playing, this one will also be. Can I see? Yes, you are right, Shiloh. You are right, Shanice. They must be the same because this is okay. In more difficult terms, in secondary school, you will learn this thing called parallel structure. So this is under parallel structure. Okay. So if you say was playing, right, here, and then you have the word while, right? Okay. So this one will also be the same. That's why I put arrow there. Past tense was playing. Okay. So your answer will be C. All right. So I repeat. You take note, okay? P3. Those people who are not sure, you just take note. All right. So while, when you use the word while, right? You see this is the tense that we are using here. Continuous tense. And past tense, right? Past continuous. All right. So if this is past continuous, people, this one must also be past continuous. All right. Same. Can you understand? Not? Because of the word while. Okay. It's like equal, You know math, right? You all do equal. So this is A, right? This is A. This is A. And this is A. It's equal. So Mrs. Wong was cooking while her son was playing the video games. All right. So they must be the same because of the word while. Okay. It's an action that happens at this together. They do it together. Mrs. Wong, what was she doing? She was cooking. And then her son was playing that video game. So they are doing it together. You know what I mean? Okay. So next one, just remember, take note. Gina what had the phone when she knocked into the old man. So we're talking about knock, right? Past tense. So if you see this is action that happens at the same time again, when and while, right? So this is past tense, right? So this one cannot be answer, correct? Because this one is past tense. So we can annotate like that. Okay, can P3? So then you see this one also, oh, then what left? What's your answer left? Everything is was looking. Okay. All right. Well, let's see the answers. Yes, the answer is correct because this one present. This one present. Oops, sorry. Wait, also, this is present, right? And this one's also present. So this is your only answer. But if let's say, right, there's another answer. Is let's say they put looked here. If they put looked, we know this is also not an answer. Why? Because what happens is that Gina was looking at her phone when she knocked the old man. While and when is slightly different. All right. For while, you saw just now, right? While is past continuous and past continuous. Okay. But for when, it is different. Okay. So she's actually doing one thing, when she knocked the old man, when she did, so she's doing two things at the same time. You understand? This one, this person, right, doing two things at the same time. And the action happens at the same time too. Okay? Can? All right, we go on to number 5. Okay, B, next. Happening later. She went for a swim later in the afternoon. She what? In the afternoon. Okay, because afternoon is later in the day, right? Oh, yes, you are right. Okay, let me explain to you. Later is afternoon is later in the day, later on, right? So therefore it cannot be past. It's got to be future tense, right? So this one cannot. This one cannot. So left with 2. Which one we take? So what we take is going. Okay. She is going for a swim later in the afternoon. All right. So just wondering, people, I show you the answers, okay? Who can get 5 upon, I mean, just a guess here. Who can anyone do all correct? You can say if you're okay, you can just say yes. You're okay, can get number 1D, number 2A, number 3C, number 4B, number 5C. All right, so these are your answers. So as I mentioned just now, if you have time and you have done, it's easier. I go through, right? Then you can correct your mistakes. But if you've not done it, we can do together. Okay? All right. So I wait for you. Now, how do we do together? If you don't have the worksheet, a bit difficult to do, right? So what you can do is you can always you can print it out. Or yeah, some students actually print out. If you don't want to print it out, it's okay. You can actually do online. All right. And then they will give you a feedback, right? A feedback about how you have done. And then I can explain to you the answers. Okay, I go on to the next one. Next, we go and do vocabulary close. Wait, before we do vocabulary close, I haven't finished. Wait for a while, okay? I keep this. Okay, wait for a while. Now, what I'm going to show to you is this. Okay, some grammar about conjunction. Conjunction is just like your hello. Yeah, you know what's a conjunction? Conjunction is a connector. Same thing as what you have just learned, right? So give you example. Maybe I make it bigger, okay? This is just to show you. All right. So there are now you can call it connectors or you can call it conjunction. Either one is okay, no problem. It's the same. Okay. So we look at conjunction example in this case. Okay. I don't want to make you confused, but this is just revision for you. Okay. If you're sitting for a test that's coming, so you know. And, but, or. I think you know how to do this, right? Either or, neither nor. If you've not learned this in school, then you don't need to know. All right. I put a tick on what most students would have done in P3. Okay. Because some students haven't done. Don't worry. In P3, you won't learn everything. All right. Because cannot learn everything. What in P3 only. Okay. So most schools will teach you how to use and, right? Most of you know, all of you know but. All of you know how to use or. Or is choice. Either or, I don't want to teach. I don't want to revise because you know what? Maybe your school haven't learned. So we don't want to do, okay? So we do the simple ones, all right? Because P3 only. Then you have because, okay? And remember we did when, correct? After also you have done before, right? During means during recess, right? So these are simple things you know. And if, okay? So these are the simple conjunction or connectors that you have learned in school, all right? So give you an example. When we use and, so it's just simple. When you use and, right? Words, red, white, and blue, right? You can also use it in phrases, 7 red stripes, 6 white stripes, and 50 white stars. So you can use it phrases also. You can even use it clauses. Clauses is something, it is something like a sentence, all right? So the flag has red and white stripes, okay? So this is an example, all right? Don't look at the rest. Just write simply only. I don't want to make it very complicated for you. Is that okay? Ken? I think these are words that you have learned before. Example also another one. I want to attend every day, but sometimes I cannot attend. Why? Maybe because sick. Yes, not every day. You want to attend tuition all the time, but sometimes people fall sick, right? People have to go, example, urgent, emergency, you cannot attend. So therefore, I want to attend every day, but sometimes I cannot attend. New York is the largest city in the USA, but not the largest in the world. All right. I wanted to go to the movies, but I didn't have enough money this week. So this one you would have done in school, right? You would know how to do. All right. Or is, for example, for choice. I want to attend on Friday or Saturday. I want to attend a Disney amusement. Amusement is wrong spelling here. So it's the amusement park in Orlando or Anaheim. I want to read 1 or 2 books in July. I go one last one, okay, for conjunction, all right? Either or, neither nor, don't want. Okay, because we're gonna do because later. All right. Well, okay, listen up. Don't try not to start your sentence with because. Okay, you use because in the middle of a sentence is best. Okay, all right. But sometimes sentence indices, you have because in front, so you just have to use it. All right. Later we're gonna do this because he works, he has extra money. All right. So I think you know the meaning, right? After classes finish, Ed works in the library. All right, so Ed is a part-time worker. Okay, if he saves money, he will get a computer. All right, so yeah, this is just some examples. Okay, for conjunction. Okay, I will discard this. All right. Later, if we have time, we can do this together as a class. Yeah, here. Okay, because we're gonna do because. All right, this one. We will be doing synthesis. All right, so after that we can try this. We won't try this now. So let's get back to our slides just to take note of all the things that we have studied. Just now I just round up for you. Okay. Okay, let's go on to vocabulary close. Now this is a very interesting story. Hold on. Yeah. Whoopsie. Okay. So let me go through with you the meanings. All right. So gratefully means what? Gratefully, I think no meaning of grateful, right? To be grateful is to be thankful. Must we be thankful in life? Yes. Okay. I'll just write down the meaning. For you, right, you have your exercise book, you can write down the words, okay? Reluctant means not willing, don't want to do. Not willing. So